What is going on, guys? MitchCactus here, coming back with another Forza Horizon 5 video, and today's we'll be showing a new updated way to use the AFK money and XP glitch in Forza Horizon 5. Now, it's a very highly requested video based off the fact that some people are having issues and difficulties with the previous AFK glitch method, as I made it pretty early into its lifespan, and since then some people have come out, and based off my use with it, I've come up with a bunch of extra tips and tricks you guys can use to prevent you from waking up, assuming you've done 50 laps and seeing that your car's been smashed into a tree, or just generally not having much luck with using it. And before I get started, stay up to date with any further videos related to this, and if this gets patched, I'll be the first to make an updated variant. Be sure to smash the like button and subscribe, notifications on, greatly helps in a bunch, and will of course keep you tuned from other Horizon 5 content. But now let's get right into it. Now, the first thing I want to go in and discuss are 3 different cars you guys can use it. Now, the best of course is the Lamborghini Sesto Elemento Forza Edition, based off the fact that it has that Forza Edition skills boost and also is a very effective car using it for the glitch. The upgrade and the tune that I'm overall using is in fine tuning setups. You guys can find it. It's the first one here, the AFK no crash. Now, pretty much any of these will work well based off the fact that they're all very popular, but this is the one that I'm using, guys. First one on the left, AFK no crash. Of course, guys, make sure you have your car mastery perks almost entirely fully upgraded, specifically these 2 perks, to ensure you guys get 25% extra XP for the next 10 road racing events, and also 200% XP bonus for the next 10 campaign races. These 2 are essential in ensuring you guys level up faster, and the other perks will ensure you guys get some extra skill points to come back to after, let's say, a 50 lap grind. Now, I'll briefly show 2 other cars you guys can use. So if you don't have the Sesto Elemento, I've actually made a video on how to get that that'll pop on the screen now. Feel free to check that video out, but if you don't actually have it and you're unable to get it based on the fact that it's fairly expensive, feel free to use the BMW X5 Forza Edition, same way of finding the tune and same concept with the car mastery perks. And another car you guys can use if you don't have this BMW X5M, because it's actually a DLC exclusive car pass car, then you guys can actually use the McLaren Senna. This is also a very effective car using this glitch. However, it doesn't have any Forza Edition boost, so another car I'd recommend is a Pagani Huayra BC Forza Edition, as this is also very effective and has various tunes you guys can integrate. Now, of course, the best way to go in and do this glitch right now is by using the Goliath. And now there are numerous blueprints you guys can go ahead and use. You don't actually really need to use a blueprint. You can make your own lap if you guys want, but blueprints are slightly easy to use. I'll go ahead and show you some of the best blueprints you can integrate, and then also just briefly how if you want to go ahead and do, let's say, 20 laps or 5 laps and the blueprints don't provide that kind of option, then how you can briefly make your own one. So Goliath is fairly easy to unlock. I also have a video on how to unlock the Goliath. It'll pop up now. And you guys pretty much just want to go to here, Event Lab, browse events, and I recommend going best of the month or all-time greats and looking for a title basically saying easy Goliath or AFK 50 laps. This one will be good 50 laps, money while you sleep. All these ones are going to work based on the fact they're also very popular. You know they're going to be fairly reliable. Now, if you want to make your own one, you can go create blueprint. You guys can go anything goes. I recommend it's much easier to have a high difficulty in the AI, not be competitive, open to ensure you can use pretty much any car you guys want to go in and use, and ensure you guys can change your laps through the event settings where you can customize them as you please here. Now, once you guys in this event, you've chosen a blueprint you'd like to go ahead and use, there are a few difficulty settings you need to ensure that you copy exactly what I do to ensure that you'll be able to use this AFK glitch properly. So as soon as you're in the event, you want to go difficulty settings, difficulty, have driver tire difficulty very low on average, braking assisted, steering, auto steering, traction control, stability control on, shifting, automatic, and driving lane on full. That's all you need. Take a screenshot, come back to this video if you'd like to look at that again. But as long as you guys have braking on assisted and driving on auto steering, you'll be fine and it'll work perfectly. So pretty much now answer a few questions and inquiries that some people had issues with and a resolution to make sure that you guys can use this glitch as effectively as possible, and my overall recommendations while this content goes on in the background. So first thing to do is you guys can use elastic or rubber bands you can tie around the accelerator and the other side of your controller. You need a little bit of ingenuity here. You can basically make it however you want. I do recommend a rubber elastic band to pretty much go over your accelerator so that it holds down. The second thing is very important that some people didn't do, and they woke up in the morning to their car being off the rails or their controller ring fell off the table, wherever they had it, is turn off controller vibrations. This ensures that if you sit it up in one spot and it's vibrating a lot, and all it takes is 1, 2, or 3 vibrations per lap over an 8-hour race for it to slightly move your controller or the actual elastic band out of how you fitted it on, and therefore putting it off the accelerator or changing how it's done and basically messing it up for you guys. So that's one thing. Turn off controller vibrations. Another quick tip is if you guys are on PC and you have a mouse with macro compatibility like Razer through Razer Synapse or Logitech, many do have this compatibility, assign the gas key, which is usually W, to a macro key with the setting repeat until press any key to end. What this pretty much means is that the W key will stay held down in game until you guys press it again. So let's say you press it, go to bed for 8 hours, come back, click it, instantly will turn off, and that's pretty much how you guys can use it. So another thing that I do recommend is that a lot of people also will come back from being AFK assuming the race has been done, and they'll look at their screen, it's happened for a fair few people, and their car will be slammed into a tree, stuck at a rock face, whatever it might be. One thing I do recommend if this is starting to happen to you guys is readjust what kind of tune you're using, the first thing, and secondly, don't have the elastic band on 100% pull on the throttle. Loosen it a little bit so the throttle, the accelerator on your control is on 100% tied down. Let's say it's 50 to 75%, and practice a little bit with how this works. What this will essentially do is make sure your car isn't fully accelerating around sharp corners, which might push it off the road. So overall your laps will be slower slightly. However, it doesn't really matter, as it's either this or you won't be able to use the glitch. This is something I recommend. So for some people it works 100% based off what car, glitch, blueprint they're working. There's a few given characteristics that are involved in each scenario. But for you guys, I recommend if it's not working, you're consistently hitting objects, firstly make sure you're on auto steering and have the same difficulty settings as I've shown in this video. And secondly is don't have your elastic or rubber band fully pressed down. It's 50 to 75% should be a good midpoint where your car won't slam off corners and you'll have a little bit more luck with, of course, a new tune. Try that out too. And of course I did show the other cars to use, but this is all you really need to know, basically the main things. And I do recommend, if you don't want your PC or your game to crash as often, let's say you've been playing for 6 hours straight, it does increase the likelihood of it crashing or something messing up, feel free to put video settings down to a lower resolution to try and prevent this sort of thing from occurring. It's also better if you're running on a PC, it's not as stressing on the computer if you're letting it go for 8 hours straight, similarly with the Xbox. But these are all the steps I recommend, and now I'll show you guys the final rewards that you'll get from a 50 lap Goliath AFK event. So as you guys can see, this is after a 50 lap race that I actually did a legitimate Goliath on, but you'll get around 2.1 million XP, 10 million credits, and around 150 wheel spins. Now you'll also get around 130 levels, and these wheel spins can be open, and typically you'll get around another 5 to 10 million credits in just straight cash, on top of numerous cars that will likely have a value of upwards of 10 million considering how many wheel spins it is. So it's an insane glitch right now. I recommend you guys do make the most of it while you can. It's pretty much cleared up all the difficulties people were having with it in this video, which is why I felt the need to make an update to ensure that people weren't being misled by the other video where I didn't include all the other tips and tricks, as it was very new at that point. But I hope you all do enjoy using this glitch and make a bunch of money from it. That's going to wrap it up for this video. Hope you all did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, comment, and smash that subscribe button. And just letting you guys all know, by the time you're watching this, personal account modding packages will be available at MitchCactus.com alongside with credit packs. So feel free to check that out. There'll be a link in the pinned comment and the description below. But that's going to wrap it up. Thank you all so much for watching.